Do I have both halves? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yay. Yo. Hello, hello. Hello, darlings. How do we do? That should work right there. There we go. Oh. Hopefully the shears are sharp enough. Hello, darlings. Let me see if I can. Hello, hello. Let's see, I've got, it's about shoulder blade. Do I want it going in like that, or do I want it just going over the shoulder? Yeah. Either way, actually I kind of like that better. Either way, it looks like I'm doing about that much. Yellow willow. See, so if it's coming over the shoulder, that will make it face inwards. Other shoulder facing that makes it go outwards. Okay. Tension, width, stitch, style. Hello, hello. outwards, back, front. There we go. Hello everybody. I'm just making a quick alteration. Gotta make sure all my tails are where they need to be though. Okay. Outwards, outwards, over the shoulder. You are now a boulder holder. How's everybody doing? Sorry I haven't been looking directly at. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I had to have my head down because yes, I'm working on a quick adjustment to this corset. So this particular corset is a sweetheart neckline, and I may go back and redo this. Although it is nicely buried into the pile, so it doesn't show up too much. I might add a little bit more frippery here and there, but so there was, I'll show you the different halves and whatnot in just a second. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this is actually an older corset that I made. I've just been keeping it and whatnot. But part of the issue with this particular corset was the fact that sweetheart neckline, and I am rather gifted. So when I had it on, this part right here wanted to roll forward because I was still new at making corsets, and that was not taken into account. So I did put a bone in the channel that should have been like right here, and it should have impressed upon me, but it didn't. It was one of my first ones. So I'm kind of rectifying that right now and giving this a strap. So it's gonna go on, and I'm going to have a kind of decorative, nice lace strap that goes on towards the outside and then connects right there at the back. And that's just gonna keep this part from rolling forward. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm securing it in place there, and then I'm going to do a hand stitch and tack it at the top so it, again, it can't flip forward. So first part of it is putting the strap itself on, and then I'll go in with a quick hand stitch and into place. We'll be good to go. That's the first one on. Boy. Hello, hello. Hey, playful. Okay. So second strap, same as the first. So I'm double checking because I want to make sure that it faces outward. Nope, that faces towards my neck. Flip it round. Yeah, that faces my shoulder because this is my shoulder hole, as it were. Da, da, da. Hello, hello. Trying to find my... Okay. Come on now, don't be silly. There we go. Okay. Double checking to make sure that there's no bone in the channel or else broken needle and dodging to do. And a little back and forth helps to make sure that it doesn't accidentally come undone and gives it a little bit more stability. And this is all just kind of, yeah, quick proof of concept. And again, the red thread, good contrast so I can see whether or not it worked. That's actually part of the reason I do it. But also it blends in decently. Hello, hello, hello. Right. Well, honestly, once you get back into sewing, it's kind of like falling off a horse. You'll remember. You get back in there, and you're like, oh yeah, that's how I do the thing. Okay. There we go. Hello, hello. Full lift. There we go. Hello, darlings. How we doing today? Okay, and then let's go and yep. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, darlings. Hello, hello. Okay. Now we're going to run a quick stitch. I'm just going to go through the bias tape. 1, 2, 3. Pretty much just going to run a basting stitch. Hello. Yeah, no, those things are showing up in spades. I think there's one that came down in Newark. Like, full on crashed out. They sent out hazmat. I'm just like, look. Look. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. And it's funny how they're telling us, like, nothing to see here, while also, like, taking people in and arresting them and holding them because they took, like, footage of it or got too close, quote unquote. And I'm like, bitch, you're flying over civilian populations. How do you expect civilians not to get close to that shit? Like, yeah, and apparently they've been here in Long Beach as well. We've had a lot of helicopter activity lately, although not all of them sounded like helicopters. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing live streams of any of the sewing I do over on Twitch. I'll do that during the day. Because TikTok is back on its bullshit yet again, and it's throttling my content because of sexy and oh my, all while I'm fully dressed. I just happen to be wearing a corset, and I happen to be ample-chested naturally. I literally saw everything but the aureola today. Like, she was absolutely gorgeous, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. But, like, literal microkini covering just the neepage. Like, the trust and faith that she had in her top would rival most organized religions. Over 400,000 likes, millions of views. And yet, me singing Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt, wearing my corset and one of my jackets, got flagged. So either I am so hot that some poor gooner who can't get my attention out there is just having a meltdown, or TikTok's fucking AI is on some bullshit yet again. So how's everybody doing? Sorry. Right? And it was to a very bawdy song, very raunch. And I'm not mad, I'm honestly not mad. Because it was a fucking banger of a song, but it's just like, I see side boobage, under boobage, boobage, all the fucking time. I'm almost fully enclothed. I just happen to be very naturally busty, and then boom, hit with yet another one. Oh yeah, and then there are those. And again, I'm so not mad at those. I think those should exist. But it's like, god damn, I do. And if I mark my stuff as, you know, only show it to a limited audience, you know, 18 and over audience, I get no traction. I get like zero freaking traction, and can still get hit with those kind of violations. And I'm just like, are you shitting me? Like, if I do a halfway decent lawyer, I would have a fucking good case for discrimination. Is that an ice cream truck? That doesn't scream FBI at all. Hello, darlings. Right? Right? I'm just like, what in the Silent Hill? What in the Twisted Metal? What in the Raccoon City? Right. Nostalgia. Yay! It's FBI Scream! Tastes like boots and rats. Boots and rats and boots and rats and boots and rats and boots and rats. Okay. Okay, so I think once I am there and in place, we'll see how that works. Stay there. Okay. Okay, we'll see how this works. And then if I need to adjust angles later on, I will. Why does that seem like a deep... Okay. So we're going to leave one up and one not, and we'll see how it works once I've got everything tied into place. Don't worry, I'm wearing safety shorts underneath. Any ideas for dinner? I don't know. Honestly, I'm probably just going to have some leftovers on my side. Throw some cheese on it. I am not feeling super duper creative. As far as, you know, that goes. Doot. There we go. Protein of some variety. Maybe add some onions. What do I have? Won't do. Oh! Fuck that. Maybe I'll just do charcuterie board. Yeah, I think I'm just doing leftovers. Cheap and easy, right? Right? I'm like, cheap and easy is definitely the way to go right now. Okay, let me see if I can get a good lacing through this. Okay, so we're gonna do a little proof of concept. Put this shit together, see how well I did. Man. Ooh, hamburger helper, fuck yeah! I do still have that mac and cheese from last night. Maybe I can do a fried egg on top, add a little more cheese to it. Actually, I do have those egg whites that I need to use as well. I could make an egg white omelet, mac and cheese. You know, it works. No, well, they're corsets, so they fit the full thing. So like a waist trainer usually just covers like abdomen, sometimes does cover up into the chest, but this is a corset, so it runs the whole gamut. I'm just doing a quick mod on it, and hopefully I've done it correctly. Okay. So let's see. Doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Pardon as I... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's see if I can do a bunny ear method. So I'm going to face you downwards, show you a little bit about lacing. Okay, so I don't want it to show necessarily on the outside here, so I'm going to go up from below. Okay. Okay. Coming out in equal measure. Okay. It's going to go here and come out 1 over. Hello, hello. Working on a corset, getting it laced up. Making sure that I keep the equidistance. There we go. Oh yeah, absolutely. Trust me. It's always going to be a little bit awkward going live anywhere. And I still find it awkward to go live in certain places. Like TikTok, for as horrendous as it can be, is like the safe place, I guess. The place that I am most comfortable on, even though they are absolute shit to me. So yeah, no, try going live. Always try going live. Try the new thing. It's gonna be what it's gonna be at first, and then, you know, you get better from time. You know, you get better over time. Hello. Yeah, you have to have usually you have to have somewhere between 700 and 1,000 followers. They seem to change those damn rules all the time. But yeah, roughly have 1,000 followers. And then you can go live. I think at like 5 to 700 or something like that, you can go live on somebody else's with audio, but not necessarily with video. Okay, so far we're... Yeah! Now I'm going to do a bunny ear, which means I'm going to go in on itself. In on itself. This will give me a tightening point if I need it. And then it crosses over. And it crosses over. Who's snagged? Oh, I was like, who's snagged? Why are you snagged? Nope, you went the wrong way. Where'd you come from? This? Okay. It's like, nope, that should have come from underneath, not on top. So bunny ears create handles, so if you need to, you can trust me, once you get the hang of it. I got 2,000 followers like a long time ago, just never chose to go live. And it doesn't usually take as long as you would think to get to that first 1,000, but damn does it feel good. And then, you know, once you start finding your audience from there, you learn where your niche is and you figure out where your rhythm is. They will let you do practice mode where you're where you don't have an audience, where there's nobody else there, but you can like practice, and that way you can get your setup kind of polished and find your rhythm, as it were. Yeah, so if you see it and you're like, wait, I only have like 100 followers, why does it allow me? That's practice mode. They're gonna let you practice going live so that you can have a better understanding of how everything works. Surgeon's knot. Okay. Loosen. Loosen. That way it has a little bit of in between. Pull that down, pull that down, that down. Okay. Now let's make sure that we're even. Make sure that is even. Make sure that is even. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! There it is, equidistance. That's how you get the back laced the easiest, the fastest. Okay, how much room do I have? Oh, Oh, yeah, okay. Let's get in through the strap. Through the strap. Okay. Okay. So. And you see, this way it can't fall too far forward, but also I can't roll out the front. So let's see about getting laced in. Right, thank you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's give myself one more. There we go. There we go. Starting from the bottom. So you go from the from the inside to the outside. I will probably wax the lace at some point so it has a closed tip. What? Love you. Okay. I'm gonna have to even those out. You know, I'm not even gonna put up with that shit today. Don't worry, I got it. Y'all. Hey, how you doing, Cozy? Again, this is also another long line. Yeah. Making sure that I'm in the correct one. Decorating for Christmas. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Actually, I'm gonna let my hair dry just a touch. Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Thank you. Yeah, no, it's gonna curl up more as it dries out. This is still shower hair. Okay, we're gonna tie off for half a second. Okay. So far, so good. I'm also going slow because this is, again, one of my older designs. Not everything was perfect. So from the outside to the inside. Outside to the inside. Hey! From the inside to the outside. Oh, yeah, langue de chat. Or langue de chat. Cat's tongue. named after the shape, and honestly named after the texture, because it's like a sablé. Thank you, dear. Trying to get everything pulled down and readjusted. There we go. Pardon as I readjust. There we go. I did slightly different things with how I tacked on the front of this. So this still has a little bit of play in it. I think, yeah, I'm going to have to end up stitching those in. But we are just doing the basics. See, this comes from the outside. Well, if I can get into stable housing sooner rather than later, I would absolutely love to do that. And I do plan on doing some sewing, so I'll try and get y'all brought along for that over on my Twitch channel. They, them, she, her. Both work. Now I'm just adjusting these up ever so slightly. Pardon if I have to turn around, it's to get them up past a certain level, which I do have to manhandle myself for. Thank you. Yeah, we've got like a nice, this is like more of a royal blue, and this is like more of a sapphire blue. But they work really nicely next to each other. Okay, so when you're coming from the outside, you want to go in on the next one. I unfortunately have a slightly frayed tip. I didn't wax these or put an aglet on beforehand. So I want to make sure I had good proof of concept first. Trying to come out, yeah, there we go. Out the very top. And out the very top. Oh, this is one of my older corsets, and it's just desperately been needing a little modification. Okay. I will be selling these at some point. I literally just need to get a professional grade grommet setter because the little one I had could not handle the what I was putting it through, to say the least. But yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. So this is holding it in place nicely, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do the tack stitch to keep it on there. And other than that, thank you, darling. Right, absolutely gorgeous blue. And oh my god, yes, it definitely helps with the back, because this is a lot. These are all natural, and these are a lot. So it's a lot of weight to carry. But with one of these on, it lifts and does all of the work for me. And as you see, it sits a little bit lower here at the side, so I'm not getting like a wire jammed in underneath my arm. And it's actually really comfortable. It's been a little while since I've worn this one, so it's gotta relax into place. But overall, I'm actually really comfortable in this. And yeah, I think I just need to stitch this into place as well. I might redo the stitch on this one, but yeah, just need to stitch it into place so it doesn't pop itself forward. But yeah, now I can lean and not have this part roll, because this part was being problematic. It was one of my first ones that I made, and I'm like, oh, that could be a problem. So I put in a safety strap to kind of keep it there, and then I'm gonna hand tack that on to keep it in place. Lip filler was one of the things we happen to talk about. We talk about anything and everything here, so it's all the different things. No, I'm using German steel. In most of my corsets that I have, it is either German steel or steel boning that I use in the channels, and it basically creates a really good caging effect. I also quilt. That's why you see the line pattern. I quilt the layers all together, which again makes it much more solid, a lot stronger. So it's basically just using the power of tension and pressure to like create a caging that lifts everything. And so as this lifts up, it actually redistributes the weight onto the hip and onto the back side a little bit more. So there's a really good place called Richard the Thread, and they do all things corsetry, like corset supplies and whatnot. And so I get all my steel boning and my channeling from them. I get a lot of the coutil for the backing on the corsets from them. I love getting premium silks and velvets and all that kind of stuff from downtown LA, but Richard the Thread also carries really, really good corsetry fabric. I occasionally will sell clothing that I make, so some of it is petticoats, dresses, jackets, corsets, all different kinds of stuff. So yeah. Hello everybody, how are we doing? Oh no, I can't because you're plugged in over there, so yeah. Yay. Yeah, I gotta find new stable housing by the end of the month. But yeah. I did run fairs. I did run fairs for over 10 years. And I used to balance mugs at Ren Fair quite handily, so much so that I actually became the drinking weekend poster girl, so. Well, I was planning on moving into a studio apartment a couple weeks ago, and that fell through. And then I was trying to get a room for rent, and that fell through today. So I've got 2 weeks to find a place, and I'm taking some other steps to go with, but it's I'm slowly getting stressed out. Because one of the last places I want to go has conservative people in the household, and I have a big mouth. I have a big mouth, and I do spicy work, and refuse to be anything but myself. I'm also several shades of LGBTQ, so the idea of moving in with conservatives, no, currently I don't live with anybody. currently I don't live with anybody, but this craftsman apartment that I'm living in, they are charging me far too fucking much. And they are not taking care of the place. And it has been a problem for like over a year now. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's right. I'm like, charcuterie board. I'm gonna move you. Yeah, once I have stable housing and I can get a professional grommeting tool, then I can actually start taking orders for corsets. My corsets have to be able to hold me in. Therefore, I would never do something that is less quality than what I would wear and feel secure with. Right? I just want, like, 400 or 500 square feet, a place where I can have a nice little garden and, go outside sometimes, but yeah. Yeah. Well, Cali can be tough, but it's especially tough when your landlords are kind of extra shitty and the job market is just... job market's a little wild. And for whatever reason, I have been having... Well, I know what reason I'm having trouble getting traction on some of the spicy places. I'm still dialing that in, so... And I don't do what a lot of the other people do, so, yeah. That would have been... I could do half a house. I could definitely do half a house. Okay, how do I get this open? Hello, darlings. How do we do? Yes. Sorry, opening up some charcuterie. Let's see. I moved everything out of there to wrong place, of course. Hello, hello. Okay. What have we got here? We've got salami, prosciutto, and capicola. What's everybody else gonna eat? I'm like, we're gonna do cold cuts. What is the cheapest state to live in? Unfortunately, I'm going to say it's probably a red state. So probably somewhere like Mississippi. Because cheap does not necessarily mean that there are going to be areas of quality that you can move into. Cheap, unfortunately for me, could be very dangerous. But I'm going to guess inexpensive-wise is going to be probably someplace like Mississippi. Not so much Georgia anymore because they started building a movie industry. I mean, Utah is pretty damn cheap. Alaska is cheap if you go in for, like, areas that really need residents. It usually requires you working on certain projects and platforms and whatnot, and they'll pay you to be there. But food there and general necessities are ridiculously expensive, especially if you live anywhere near like a reservation or a tribal town. The fucking food prices are insane, and that is not first person's issue that is literally corporations just absolutely price gouge the native people for just basic general goods, meats and whatnot. That's why they supplement as much of their diet as they can from their own resources, but of course there's a squeeze in every direction that they try and even just exist. So yeah. I've been working on trying to get a work from home. Unfortunately, I've been directed to a lot of ones that really seemed more like a scam rather than an actual business. So I am incredibly careful about those, to say the least. Let's see, we're doing... There we go. I'm like, I know that I've got hair ties. Currently, I'm doing freelance and commission work. I also am on some spicy sites and whatnot. But yeah, that is, and some of my income, some of my revenue comes here from TikTok, doing, card readings and whatnot. But TikTok is just... I have so many issues with them at different times. Why bother wearing a shirt? You mean why bother wearing a dress with the corset for my back problems? Why wouldn't I wear a shirt? Why wouldn't I wear something underneath? I just happen to have a lot of naturally giftedness, to say the least. And I always have. I have been chesty since a very young age. Where did I put my kitchen scissors? I always swear to God, I hate moving. This is why I hate moving. I can never find everything when I need it. Come on, Peace. You were bold before. Get in there. There's nothing wrong with being small-chested, though. Like, big ones can be nice, but they are absolute hell on your backside. But little ones are just as nice, too. Again, I'm a person who likes a variety. I'm just saying, if you're gonna be bold and run lip, be ready to spar. Be ready to spar. So we're doing a little bit of the capicola with cranberry goat cheese. Mm. 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 Oh. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Salty protein with tangy creamy. Hell yeah. Yep. I know well about them. I've been signing up for them. I did a number of them today. I reviewed my resume. I made some upgrades to it and whatnot. So yeah. Right. Like, it's funny when people like get so accusatory over large-chested people, and it's like, I didn't pick them. They're just there. And now I am doing the things to make sure that they stay there. It's not like I'm just, letting them roam free. I'm just putting them in there, and they're staying. They are more or less behaving. Damn fine eggnog. I like Trader Joe's eggnog. That has a good amount of like spices to it. Ooh, oh, that's delightfully salty. Right. Freaking love eggnog. And Trader Joe's like puts a good amount of like spices in their eggnog. You can like really taste it. Salami. That's fair. Some people don't like the spice. Some people don't like the egg. Which, I mean, it's valid. That is valid. But yeah, I mean, not everybody's gonna like everything. It happens. Well, that, and I mean, there's also a big difference between eggnog and like the eggnog that has alcohol in it, and if you accidentally pick up one when you thought it was another, right. I'm like, I have to pace myself. I have to pace myself. I'm like, it's holding really nicely. I can bend and it doesn't tumble forward because the strap is now in the way. I'm like, fuck yeah. So yes, I now have a far more secure corset that does its job and looks quite nice doing it, and I'm gonna hand tack that into place so it pulls back just a touch. But yeah, overall it works nicely. Hello, darlings. How do we do? No. The other one is fitted in such a way that there's not any roll forward. Because this is a sweetheart neckline, and this is also one of the first corsets that I ever made, I didn't think to run a bone up to the top of this channel to keep the curve. So basically the what I did is I went in and gave it a strap that you can barely see. It's like right there is where it's stitched in. And then I'm going to go in and hand stitch this up here so that it, holds together and whatnot. But yeah. The strap keeps this from just rolling forward. And other than that, I am just securely, lovingly cupped. This here is actually the bottom of the cup. And then right here. And then, of course, I did this a little bit lower so I didn't have a wire getting jammed into the other side. Now, if you've seen my other corset, the curve underneath the arm is not quite so low, so it comes up a little bit higher. It's a little bit more aggressive. I think I might do another like this one, but just change the shaping just a touch so that it actually, comes across and has a solid front. I'm a nerd. I am an absolute nerd. You get me talking about nerdy shit. I am, of course, going to apply my psych degree as well. I have a particular affinity for psychology and for nerd topics, which is probably why I go really hard in the paint on certain analyses. But yeah. Where am I from, and do I still live there? Well, I'm from SoCal, Southern California. Yeah, I still live there. Born, bred, raised. Can't seem to get rid of me. No, what was the I got into one hell of a tangle over oh, rest and watching chicken. So like it. Some days, the immune system flares up and just kicks your ass for a while, and honestly, there is nothing wrong with a doom scroll when you are having a not so great day about that. I still need to go and actually watch Creature Commandos, but I've been like kind of like vicariously watching and ended up picking up some little clippets here and there because I wanted to have better understanding. And oh my god, the amount of nerds whining about the male loneliness epidemic and then also being hyper offended when Frankenstein's monster, Eric, gets called an incel, basically. Because the bride was created for Frankenstein's monster. Victor is the doctor. Eric is his creation. Eric, like, sees that Victor is married and has a loving family and, like, gets jealous over that shit, demands that Victor makes him a bride, a wife, a woman and whatnot. The bride is created. She is very much childlike. Victor grooms her in a really creepy way, too. Eric only wants to own her. He doesn't actually want to love her. He does not care when she says no. She doesn't care that he doesn't care that he frightens her, that she's like panicked when he gets aggressive with her. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He just does not give a fuck. And for like a couple hundred years, he pursues her doggedly. He is a stalker. And treats her in such a way, and lets her know in very short order, that she was made for him. Why does she keep saying no? She was made for him. She just needs to kind of get over that shit. And I'm just like, the fuck? Oh, man. I threw down hard over that particular subject. And they're like, why are you so mad about this? I'm like, because men actually do this in real life. Men actually do this in real life. They refuse to take accountability for how they treat femme-presenting people and then wondering why femme-presenting people refuse to interact with them. And it's because of shit like that. Like, fuck my dudes, how do you not see this? They're like, whatever. I'm like, I'm like, goddamn, dude, this is not difficult. This ain't rock science. Oh, Creature Commandos. It's on HBO Max. It's kind of like Suicide Squad, but instead of using like villains, they use monsters. So you got Rick Flag, the Bride, which is the Bride of Frankenstein, Weasel, fucking love him. Dr. Phosphorus, Nora, who's kind of creature from the Black Lagoon, and G.I. Robot. Oh my god. I love G.I. Robot. They did him dirty. G.I. Robot is the robot we all need. He is amazing, and I love him, and he is wonderful. G.I. Robot isn't actually a robot, he is AI, and it is stated as such. G.I. Robot is actually very old school, but very much AI, and his, like, primary directive is to unalive Yahtzees. That is his prime directive. So he's like, he is fanatical about it. He is super fanatical about it. And he's like, oh yes, we have this whole studio audience. Oh, isn't that great? Did you check all of their IDs to make sure none of them are Yahtzees? Haha, no? But, like, there's a really good friendship between G.I. Robot and Nora. Weasel is just unfrickin' hinged. The Bride is badass. Oh, she is so good. Doc Phosphorus. He's just fun. He's just a lot of fun. He's just a lot of fun. And then, of course, Rick Flag. Okay. I'm like, dear Rick, what did you do to get yourself in this much trouble constantly? Like, you are on Amanda Waller's radar, and she's giving you every shit assignment in the book. Like, goddamn, dude. What did you do? So, my darlings. Because I can't eat too fast in this. I'm still... Oh. Still has to reform to my body, so I've got a few small kind of itch points, but not bad. Because that's the only way you can itch this. Like, literally taking nails to it would do no good. You wouldn't feel it. It's several layers quilted together. There's no... So the only way you can get through a corset, for the most part, is percussion. Go ahead, ask questions. I know you got them. Yeah, I think when I do this, these are all really, really... I don't know why I've got these cute little ducktails. Those are fine and all, but I think I want to pull, like, from here. Do I... Hello, hello. Oh, yeah. It's like, I know that I got a rat tail comb. There we go. Scared myself right there. Scared myself. Hello, hello. How do we do, my darlings? What shall we talk about? So many a thing, I know. Where's my... That's... No. It's like, nope, that's cleanser. Also, is Alan Tudyk in something new? Because I've been seeing him a lot of on my feed lately. I was wondering if he came out with like a new project or something. Give that a few minutes to do the thing. I think I'll take it from up here. Okay. No, let's try a rewrap on that. I need a little bit more. There we go. That's gonna take a second. So I've got one there, one there. We'll consider the ducktails their own thing for a minute, and I don't know. Do you think bigger curls, bigger curls, or just stay small and work your way out from there? Because I like the mildly tussled look, but that's me. Swear that water bottle is a paid actor. Da, 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 da. Now where did I... Oh, they're there. Okay. Right. I'm like, we're just gonna do some fast stuff, nothing too heavy. If I could find my damn glasses, I'd put those on. Because I kind of like having... I like having almost the naughty secretary look. With the glasses affixed. Let's see if I have a... Let me see if this is a set. I think yes. Yeah, okay, so that goes on the right, that goes on the left. Thank you, darling. I have to admit, the blue did come out looking quite nice. I'm still deciding what accent I want my succubus to have. Nope, that's not affixing itself quite right. Is it this one? I swear. Oh, yeah, okay, it's that way. I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. I know I was kind of thinking of doing that southern accent, but I mean, I could if I work on it. So, for whatever reason, I'm actually able to do a southern accent pretty well. I waffle between farm girl southern and antebellum southern, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'm going to have to figure out the difference between the two. But yeah, almost that slow Blanche Devereaux type. Well, because I figure if I've got a slow southern accent for my sultry succubus, and then, of course, I have Anabathri's much more colonial, mildly European. That would also work. And then, of course, that means Leica can be right in between and just be her sassy, regular California self. I love that. Honestly, if you can put on a good accent, you can often get even better tips from customers depending on your profession. So, right. And then I usually have like reading glasses to go with, so it's nice thick sultry glasses. They're actually decently mild readers, so they don't strain my eyes. Thank goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna put just a touch of lotion on. Oh, did you see 28 Years Later is coming out? I really want to see that. I really want to see that. So if you don't know, 28 days later, and then 28 weeks later, and then 28 years later. So good. So the original 28 Days Later was, like, the original was the Omega Man. But they basically remade Omega Man and did 28 Days Later, which is the outbreak of a virus that causes zombie-esque symptoms. They are not unliving They're actually living. It's just that this particular virus strips out the amygdala, and the amygdala is an organ or part of the brain that helps to regulate emotion. And when it gets damaged, it means that you have a lot more trouble regulating emotion, especially things like anger, rage, sorrow, like the overwhelming negative emotions. And you don't actually even need to be bitten. All it needs to do is be a fluid transfer, so saliva or blood hitting your mucous membranes, like getting into the eyes. So, like, you have to take extreme precautions, because, yeah, it's not even, you have to, oh no, well, if I can just keep them on the other side of the door. If they spit, if they spray, and you get it in the face, 30 seconds later or so, done. Sometimes they will eat said victims. Other times, the spread is all that is needed, and then they dissipate shortly after. So, like with any virus, it's trying to spread itself. But this one is like specifically rage-based, which makes them terrifying. Because if they were just zombies, you could smell them from a mile away, the rot is there. But because they are still living, because they still have control over their faculties, because they can still see and process sensory, fast, strong, semi-smart, knows how to work simple machinery. So yeah, they are they are incredibly dangerous, to say the least. But yeah, like, I loved 28 Days Later. 28 Weeks Later, like, on one hand, I liked it. It was really good acting. It carried forward one of the characters from the previous movies. It was well done, but I didn't love it because it was super predictable. It was super duper predictable. And like, if I had found out who had started the process all over again, I probably would have punched him in the head. Because all that hard work just flushed down the frickin' toilet because of a kid and a father who was abusive and a sister who covered for an infection. Like, all this work, months and months and months worth of work to secure an area, and things predictably go how you thought they would. So it's like, fuck. Oh, I like that. It says, might do it a little darker. Hey, how you doing, darling? How goes? Had some ups, had some downs, but overall, not too bad, honestly. How's your day been going? It's like, wait, I can't do that. Oh, no, that's not what I was looking for. Ooh, warming up some tamales. Did Did you get them fresh or did you get them street side? Is there a good place that we should know about? Hello, darling. How are you doing? Il maquillage. Aw, thank you. Eating dinner for the first time in 4 days. Jeez. Oh, I'm sorry that your stomach has been giving you all kinds of issues. Oh, so they do like the tacos El Pastor type. Nope, I hate that. I'm like, no. Nope, I did not like how that blended. Oh. And 'tis the season to bring home every known child-born illness under the sun. Because wintertime, especially if it's cold or rainy or whatever outside, they keep them inside in those nice damp conditions. And those never go wrong, you know? They're not disease vectors at all. As in the conditions, not the children. Nope, haven't found anything new yet, unfortunately. Oh. Unfortunately. But you will know once I know. That matches my skin color so well that it's kind of scary. That's matte, 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 and hello, darlings. I had to try it once. It's an inner thing. There we go. Well, aren't you just sweeter than summer sausage? Hello, hello, come on in. Well, I mean, I think I grabbed jewelry makings somewhere. Oh, that's That's right. I was looking for a pair of pliers. See. Give me just a second. Let's see, I've got findings. What I need, is that chain work? Oh, I thought that was all just jump rings. Shit. Oh. They're all little itty bitty pieces of chain. I needed continuous chain. Give me half a second. I'm gonna look for something. Let's see. That's gold. That's silver. Okay. Jump rings are going to be needed. Oh, wouldn't this be perfect, but it's not attached to anything. I mean, there's always that. I'm sorry, I am an evil individual. Okay, so we have some options. For you dark romance girlies. This, but I was thinking of running a jump ring through, like, the bottom so that it hung like a St. Peter's cross. Kind of like this one. Ooh. Or I do have this. I think I like this one. Okay, let me see if I can find the jump rings and a closure. Right? I'm like, ooh, oh, oh. Okay. Need those pliers. I usually like have a little specialty ring to help with the opens and closes, but I have a few odd jump rings in there, but these are all ball closures. Jump ring, jump ring. Where else would I have put jump rings? So I just need 2. Technically. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Maps away. They don't love you like I love you. Okay, that'll work. I can jerry-rig those. I just need a proper closure on one of these. Did I put claws on none of these? Oh, did I put... Oh, shit. I put them in with my nail supplies. Fuck. Give me half a second and let me go check those. Hello, hello. Oh, I swear. Beads. More beads, beads. I think I would have refined this a little bit more. But again. Nope. Let's see if I can find anything in here. Honestly, I just need one necklace that I can cannibalize, and I will be a happy camper. Dang it. Nope. Could have sworn I had put them in a place of easy access. Dang it. Well, I guess I can just affix it as is. This will run proof of concept, and then when I can find the actual ones that I want to, that'll be easier. There we go. Can I fit it? Nope, doesn't fit through there, so I need a smaller jump ring. Sorry, just jewelry 101. Okay, so we are going to hijack some jump rings. There we go. Gonna hijack some jump rings. How's everybody doing? Sorry. This is my creative era going wild. Okay. Sometimes easier to do with a little bit of light behind them. Okay. Jump ring. Hello, darlings. Give me a second. I will thread you. There we go. Wasn't even a threat, just a promise. Just a promise. Ow. Okay. Almost. There we go. I could always shorten that up just a touch. A bit later on maybe, but there we go. Hello, darlings. Hello, sweethearts. Right? Corseted is doing all the work. I swear, it's paid actor at this point. There we go. Picture of my best customer. I had a little teasing of the décolletage. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, eggnog is good. The moment I get settled, I will definitely let you know. Oi, oi, oi. There we go. So, what shall we speak on? What shall we talk about, my dears? She ain't never gonna sit even, is she? I will definitely let you know as soon as possible. Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna land on my feet. You know, the usual. Sorry, a bunch of stuff popped up. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, if nothing else, there is a friend that I visit decently often, so either that or I may just give you, if you're shipping it like immediately, I can give you this address and it should get here in time. Should. Should. But yeah, we can see, you know, kind of where it goes from there. Yeah. How is everybody? How are we doing today? What shall we speak on? Oh, actually, I should plug you in before battery runs out, and I swear I had... Oh, there it is. I'm just saying, this works. This definitely works. Oh, do you? Nice. Oh, just DM me and I'll DM you my email so that you can send it to. I made it. So made the corset years and years ago. The dress was sent to me by a lovely fan who had a very good eye and happens to be in my size. And then I just jerry-rigged the pendant together right now. See if I like the look of it and, you know, where it can go, what it can do. Almost feel like doing that. Yeah, no, I think I might end up shortening this just a touch so it sits higher, but getting a clasp on it so that it can just clip on, but from the front. It's just gonna have to go over there to sit for now. Sexiest FBI agent ever. DIPD. Demon Investigation Promiscuous Department. Sorry. So yeah, it's the blue and white. I just added this to make sure that this part couldn't roll forward anymore. I did a hand tack on that side just to see if the hand tack would fit better, and I'm like, oh yeah, hand tack would do what I need. So I just need to go in, tuck it down, and then tack it into place, and it'll be good to go. So yeah. I'm looking at the options as far as social media goes. I'm definitely working on getting all of the links updated and whatnot. I'm probably gonna head to it looks like Twitch and Blue Sky. So Twitch for streaming, Blue Sky for posting and whatnot. Right, Devil in a Blue Dress. I'm kind of staying away from Instagram. I'm getting some really bad vibes over there lately. I've been kind of perusing the landscape, as it were, and the search engine is really not good. Like, it's bringing me everything but what I want. Like, I like to interact with small creators. So unless I know specifically who I am looking for, it just throws me at a bunch of, like, big creators. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is not what I'm looking for. Did you mean that? No, I definitely meant something else. So yeah, I'm not super impressed with how they are comporting themselves, as it were. So yeah, I think we're going to do, like, Blue Sky. Blue Sky, Twitch. I'm also not a huge fan of Twitter. I swear to God, if they could just get rid of Musky Boy and revert Twitter back to where it used to be. Yes, it was still a cesspool, but it was some cesspool with some actual... What's the word I'm looking for? They actually had some moderation over there, and, like, the way they've changed their terms of services and how they have changed their block feature, like, no. But yeah. Hey. Because with IG, it used to be you could search something and it would just bring you, you know, like you could switch for like whatever is the most relevant, what was, you know, the most recently posted, you know, and you would just get kind of a lot of different content creators put forward. Now it's like Meta's like, do you mean? I'm like, are you the paperclip from Windows? No, I did not mean. I meant what I said. Please give me what I want. And like you have to fight to find like small creators or even specific creators at times. Because yeah, if you can't spell the name perfectly correct, it gives you everything else under the sun first. It's such a pain in the ass. But yeah. Yeah. So how's everybody? Are we settling in for the night? Getting nice and calm and relaxed? Oh, I was like, oh, I haven't done my eye makeup. Fair enough, fair enough. Give me a second. Coin operated boy. Hello, darlings. How are we? So many new people coming in and out. Da, da, da. Hello, hello. I'm just using a little bit of very soft gold. I think I can extend the blue out just a touch more. Hello, darlings. Okay, it's like that I can. Not bad. Building on a theme, seeing how I like it. Worst comes to worst. Oh no, I wipe my makeup off, start all over again. There you go. Good evening, good evening. How are you doing, my darling? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. Mm-hmm. make that line a little bit thicker, a little bit more noticeable. I think I could use even a slightly brighter shade. Not mad at it. It could definitely use lashes. I know that much. It's like... Hello, hello. That did not go as planned, sorry. Okay, that does help open the eye. It's definitely a work in progress, but I kind of like it. I'm trying to decide if I like the solid look. I think I want bigger curls, a bit more frame to the face. Ooh, let me see if I can add a bit of blush. Hello, darlings. Hello. Shouldn't be, well, I mean, hello, darlings is very in a bathery. I don't know, what's a much more southern greeting? Probably should have done some of this before I did the hair, but you know. Sugar. Well, I figured something like Sweetheart would be integrated. Sugar or Sweetheart, I guess, would work. I almost said solicitations. I meant salutations, which is something slightly different. Sugar, sugar. Hello, dear. How you doing? It's quiet tonight. It is quiet. Kind of need something pinker, I think. Ooh, watching Star Trek. Ooh, which one? Which one? Which one? Because is it Star Trek Lower Decks? Star Trek the original, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Discovery, Brave New World. Like, there's a lot of them. There are so many of them. I keep forgetting how many different versions of Star Trek there are out there. Strange New World. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. I've been quite happy with a lot of the choices that they made. Although they have a lot of, like, humans. And I wish that they had a bit more even mix of like humans and aliens. I know Strange New World is like early in the integration between, you know, Earth and the rest of like galactic society and everything. But I'm just like I'm craving more diversity of character, and they keep kind of reducing the interestingness of the characters, because they keep coming back to characters that we already know, like Uhura. And I do love that they're giving her backstory, but it's like, I really want to know about all of these wonderful aliens, because we have followed Star Trek from a very, very human standpoint for a very, very long time. And it's like, I would like to get to know more of the aliens, and not just the aliens we know, like the Vulcans, the Romulan, you know, the Borg, the Klingon, that kind of. I'd love to know more about the Andorans. I would love to know more about like Neelix's people, or some of the other stuff that has been out there, because they make some really amazing creatures, make some really amazing, like, you know, prosthetics and costuming and whatnot. But then we get to know so very little about a lot of the alien races. And here's the thing. They do a lot of different types of humans, which I adore, but they treat a lot of alien races like monoliths. And I'm like, I want to know more. I want to know more. Because to say that every single Klingon is, you know, basically warrior class and, you know, trains to fight, I'm like, there is artistry in like having the metal weave pieces that they tend to do for their armor and for the leather. There has to be crafting that goes into it. There's got to be something other than just the warrior class. Oh, investigation. Honestly, if I was an alien, I'd probably just... You're going by Earth? Nah, dude, nah, just keep the windows up. Don't feed any of them. Don't probe any of them. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just saying. I'm just saying. Whatever you do, don't take off the suit. They will try shit. One thing we can say about the humans, they'll try anything 6 or 7 times. Just saying. Sorry, I want just a little bit of gloss and shine. There we go. Look, I know when they show up, there's going to be a very large swath of people who are just like, yeah, I could get with that. I'm just like, I look at like the gray alien renderings, and I'm just like, nah. Now, if the Yautja showed up, aka Predator, or if I think Halo, well, no, not Halo, Mass Effect. If Mass Effect showed up, yeah, you know, I'd throw my ring in that hat. I would definitely throw my ring in that hat, or hat in the ring, whichever gets me on board that ship. Okay, whichever one gets me on board that ship. Please get me off this ghetto ass rock. I'm so done paying rent. I don't care. Leave all my shit there. I don't. Somebody else can short it out. Just. You know that there would be people just like there are people who like Mothman. There are people who fancy eldritch terrors that have no face. There was fan fiction so popular of an eldritch Cthulhu-styled Koenig that has a shit ton of fan art for it. Just because we shouldn't doesn't mean we won't try. And some of us have really, really, really low self-preservation. Like dangerously low self-preservation. Right. Hells yes it would. Hells yes it would. Like, we're gonna take over. Are you gonna take over or are you gonna join in? Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot more fun if you just join in. Bring your own lube. Being slippery does not count. Like, you know that a human colony that is just left to their own devices to make friends with the aliens. Where there's a will, there's a way. Apparently there's a lot of will. There's a lot of will. Right. It would mean making gear would get a lot more interesting. You need how many cuffs? How many restraints? Okay, got it. So this is not actually a multi-use for multi-people. It's multi-appendage. Got it. Hentai room is just down that hall on the left. Everything was slippery everywhere. I've got goo in places goo does not belong. Right. And, well, I mean, yes, our interpretation of handsome or comely or appropriate level of attractive is gonna vary greatly. But yeah, like if you can get something even close to being like anthropomorphic in nature, somewhat hominid in style, yeah, I think, yeah, humans would. Hey! Oh, no, you're fine. I'm so sorry. It just, that finally popped up. Hey! So yeah, she, her, they, them, both work. This is my succubus character. I'm sort of working on it. I'm road mapping it in my head right now. So we got on the blue dress and a blue corset and, you know. I mean, I'm just saying. Watch. There's gonna be like some small, like fuzzy alien, perfectly sentient and everything. But watch, humans are probably gonna mistake that one for like being a pet. Oh my god, it's so fuzzy. Are they petting the Chancellor of the Solace Galaxy? Fuck. Put the Chancellor down. No. It's okay. Right. quickly. I mean, there's already plenty of fan fiction over there of that variety. You know, the moment they landed, 2 days later, AO3 would probably just... like, what happened? Well, they landed, we finally got a good look at them, and, stories were written, ballads were told. Yeah. I'm not proud. Yeah. You know we do it. We do it. I mean, honestly, if we find out what is in those damn, what do you call it? The frickin' drones. Like, if we find out it's not human but alien in nature. I don't think it's alien in nature. But if we find out it's like alien in nature, we're gonna be like, Chuck Tingle is gonna come out with a book so quick. My New Jersey alien was spying on me and stalking me from above so that it could pound me in the behind. Like, you know that there would be a Chuck Tingle book out in, like, a heartbeat. And of course I would laugh. I would laugh hysterically. Uber Confessions Alien Edition. Oh my god. I would so join that Reddit thread. I would so join that Reddit thread. See, and to me, that makes more sense. Oh, thank you so much, Char. To me, it actually makes some sense that they would live in the ocean because we don't explore a lot of the ocean. So if there's going to be anywhere you can just hide, it would be the ocean. Because it's not like we have settlements or you know, towns, cities, things that are like right there. So you could easily set up off of a deep cliff. If you have the technology to get here, I'm sure that you have more than enough technology to be able to survive under more pressure, which would be, you know, the pressure of water. Yeah, I could see that happening. Well, I mean, think of the stealth bomber. The stealth bomber is a giant plane, absolutely ginormous. But I think it's on radar, it comes up like, it looks tiny. It looks like a bird or something, as, you know, roughly that comparison. So, like, I would not be surprised. Again, thank you so much, Char. I would not be surprised if there was, like, a type of cloaking technology that would just throw off sonar. Or even mimic, like, just seafloor. Because, I mean, that would probably be the easiest thing to do, is create, you know, especially if you're picking up a larger area, just create something that looks like rough seafloor over the top. Because we don't tend to do a lot of visual mapping, we do, like, sonar mapping. Or radar mapping, you know, so we're just pinging stuff off the bottom and going, okay, this is what it roughly looks like. And every now and again, we'll take, like, a submersible down. But even then, we're not going super, super deep. So far, we've only been going a couple 100 meters at best. The very, very, very few deep sea submersibles that we have are, like, we only do, like, a couple at a time. So, you know, and I'm sure aliens would have enough tech to, like, be able to detect when we have, like, ships going over the top of them, or if something's coming down towards them and they're like, that's pinging back like metal, not like a whale. So, of course, you know, the moment aliens show up, you know that there would be, like, a conspiracy theory that the aliens were telling the whales and the orcas to, like, end those yachts. Because maybe the yachts were getting too close. I would laugh. I would laugh. I would laugh so hard. I would laugh so fucking hard. Because the aliens would be like, we didn't do that. We've just been down here chilling, doing some other stuff. We didn't tell them shit. The orcas over there, dude, it was our idea. We planned it because you fuckers are noisy and in our area. And thank you so much. I appreciate that, Char. I'm gonna keep resetting goals. Ooh, let's see if big goal. Let's put a big goal. Ooh. Let's do well, it's not the biggest of goals, but yay. Ah. Please, I won't hate you at all. By all means, feel free. Right that part. And I look at that and go, dude, that was not a submersible. That was not safe. That wasn't the aliens doing. That was hubris. That was straight up hubris. You had a rip-off Logitech controller. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Seriously. They went that deep because of pride. They went that deep because they were gonna go look at the Titanic, and dude thought he was gonna be edgy, cool, and stick it to the man, and be able to, go and do as he pleased, even though he was told by multiple engineers that that thing was not gonna be structurally sound. Like, I took one look at just like 3 pictures. One from the outside, one with the hatch open, and one of the controller. And I'm like, you have all that money and all those smart people around you telling you that this is not going to work out well. And you decided to do it anyways? I don't have sympathy. I don't have sympathy. I can't. I don't have sympathy nor empathy, because like everything about that vehicle said not safe. Everything about that submersible was no. One look at that was like, sir, you spent how many multi-millions of dollars but didn't recognize that you built a soda can. And if you don't know anything about like the physics of water pressure, tubes are not a great shape to go with. Submarines only go so far down because that tubular shape becomes a problem at a certain point, and the likelihood of it just going flat is very, very high. Very, very high. So they don't go below a certain level. If they do go below a certain level, they tend to be very well constructed, very heavily constructed, but still, like, no. And this thing was built like a small regular soda can with a little bit of a curve at the front. And his engineers were like, hey, this design for deep sea is not gonna work because these are all your pressure points. This is where you're gonna probably get some extra cracking, extra stress and whatnot. So if you go down in this below a certain point, the pressure alone is just gonna and you're not coming back from that. He went, nope, nope, I know what I'm doing. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's funny that rich people want to go visit where they unalived poor people. Because rich people got off that ship a lot faster. Yeah, some of them still unalived, but they got off that ship a lot faster than most of the poor people. So... Oh, yeah, no. At that point, they definitely made their own, like, super bad decisions, so... And again, part of me would like to feel some sort of empathy or sympathy for most human beings. But there is a certain point in time where you have to admit that the person who did the thing may have been something in their actions that participated or precipitated their inevitable poor end. Oh, there was a billionaire in Spain who I guess he was on a mountain cliffside, as it were. Whatever he was doing, he didn't exactly belong there. Son tried to save him, but he fell like 500 feet. It's like the super rich people who go and climb Everest, 'cause it's there. No. And especially the ones that expect the Sherpas to carry everything back down for them. I'm like, my dude, it's not just, oh, this is going to be a steep climb. It's not even that. It's not even about that. To me, it's about the fact that it is so cold that it can freeze the inside of your lungs until they slough off. It's the fact that it is so high that oxygen deprivation is a whole ass thing. It is that it is so incredibly difficult to get up, let alone down the damn thing, that if you unalive, they just leave you there. And you become a road marker for other people. Literally. Like the frozen road markers are tragic, sorta, but like wholly avoidable, like literally wholly avoidable, especially if you are not from an already high elevation. Which is basically what happened to that submarine. Now, the one person I do feel sorry for is the teenager. His dad basically drug him along on that trip. I definitely feel sorry for him because he had actually expressed, I don't want to go on this trip. I don't want to be there. And his dad kind of like pressured him and got him to go. I feel sorry for him. Yes, he was still a rich kid, but he at least expressed some thought process. And I'm like, oh, you got peer pressured by your own dad into doing something wholly tragic. Like, damn, that was fucked up. Right? Like, I feel sorry for him because, like, he did not necessarily want to go, but his father, like, really pushed it. Yeah, no, he probably saw the knockoff Xbox game controller and went, Dad, dude, Dad, Dad. Don't worry, son, don't worry. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Come on, father-son bonding. I'm like, well. Oh, no. Fortunately, they probably felt next to nothing. Now, the scariness of it all, absolutely. And depending on whether or not the air shut down or not. If the air shut down, they were gone in a matter of minutes. That is still not a great way to go. If it was that did it, they felt nothing. Because it would be 1 minute here, and then it would be ding, 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 poof. And they would have been instant. I am so serious when I say instant. Because water and shrapnel would have flooded in. They'd been instantly gone, and also all of the air would have been pulled out of there, so they would have just been both imploded and pulled apart all in the same instance. Very, very quickly. They wouldn't have felt anything, but the terror beforehand, that's the part that's definitely fucked up. That's definitely fucked up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, and I mean, not only do we trust our parents' judgment, like, if your parent doesn't tend to spend much time with you anyways, and you finally have their attention and they want to actually spend some time with you, you might be like, well, fuck it, fine. And if there's anything wrong, I'm sure the father assured him, like, well, if anything goes wrong, we'll probably just surface. It'll be super, oh no, we'll come back up, it's fine. He trusted him. And that father definitely failed his job. But yeah. I'm like, you start feeling the effects of water pressure, like it changes your judgment at about 12 to 20 meters. You start getting depth drunk, basically. They were several hundred meters down, if I'm not mistaken. And then where they were going was a couple thousand meters down. So, yeah. Part of me, this is so bad. Part of me wants to know, how close did they get? Not how close this way, but I'm like, did they even get over that area? Or were they literally just flying unawares? Sort of towards it, but possibly not even on course, because they were already reporting visual issues kind of early on in their trip. So I'm just like, damn, were they even headed the right way? Like, that part. Well, now, did you hear about how frickin' corporations are trying to strip mine certain areas that they call lifeless? There are, like, apparently these spheroid structures, deposits of metal, potassium, magnesium, some other chemical compositions and whatnot. Some of it is also stuff that we often use in electronics. And scientists are just learning more and more about these desolate fields, and that there is actual, like, animal life there. There are mollusks, crustaceans, ironed shelled snails. And because some of these fields occur near volcanic fields as well. So near these volcanic hot vents that are spewing all manner of like heavy metal and mineral and all that other kind of stuff. There's actually life. There's sharks, there's crabs, there's snails and other types of mollusks and whatnot. And they seem to be honestly feeding off a lot of the stuff that's coming out of the vents. Now corporations want to go in and strip mine the damn things. But it turns out, originally it was thought that these heavy mineral vents couldn't support life because there'd be no oxygen that deep. There's no plant life that deep. Therefore, there'd be no oxygen that deep. Plus all the heavy metals. Da, 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 da. Yes, on Earth. So they found out that these fields, there is something about the deposits. The deposits are actually leaking oxygen. Over half of our oxygen in the world comes from the ocean. A good amount of that comes from the phytoplankton and some of the types of zooplankton that have chlorophyll in them, but mostly from the phytoplankton in our oceans. The first thought I had when it said that these minerals were leaching oxygen into the surrounding area, and that's how some of the wildlife was surviving there, was, oh, good morning, good evening, and good night. How are you, darling? Nope, that is still in a battery. Southern. I'm gonna have to work on that accent. But yes, oh, thank you, darling. But yeah, I was like, if corporations are allowed to go in and strip mine these mineral deposits, especially if they are expressing oxygen, how badly could they damage the Earth? What if a good amount of our oxygen was actually coming from these particular mineral deposits having a chemical reaction and then oxygenating the waters, as it were? I'm like, fuck, we could fuck up the ocean in like bad ways, and that could very quickly turn on us. So right. It's, I just have to remind to slow down and get a little bit more southern with my drawl. I just am gonna have to practice that particular soft and lilting. Where is my... Swear I had lipstick. Oh, actually... As soon as I can find a place to live and get a professional grommet maker, I will start taking orders. Oh yeah, that's why I wear mine. Honestly, that is why I wear mine. I sport roughly a triple D/F, kind of depending, and they are very weighty. Like, I have small hands, I get it, but like, my hand does not cover more than like half my boob, and even larger hands than mine have more than enough trouble trying to cover that entirety of that area. So yeah, like, the weight alone is a pain in the ass. But yeah, like, the backstring. Oh my god, the backstring. But yeah, corset on, it lifts, it holds, it redistributes most of that weight down across the hips instead, and much more comfortable. Hello, hello, how's everybody doing? Come on in, ask your questions by all means. Still deciding if I like everything, you know. Oh, right? I started out at a rather young age, roughly 38C, and that quickly became a 38B. Kind of, you know, went up from there, and then just, yeah, like roughly the triple DF area, sort of where it decided to stop. At least it's been consistent for a while, but yeah, when you're, especially when you're young, you just never know if they're gonna stop where you are, if they're gonna keep going. If you feel like you need a reduction, do not hesitate to get it. Trust me, it will save you so much suffering. And if anybody gives you grief, give them the middle finger, because some people are made for the back strain, and some people are not, and both are valid. Well, it can be. Like, your upper back is usually the part that over tenses, but the moment your upper back can't do that anymore, it relegates a lot of the work down to the mid and lower back. Mid and lower back are actually easier to strain than the upper back is, because, you know, you work out your arms, your shoulders, you do all that kind of stuff. It really strengthens the upper back. It's the mid and lower back that tend to be the most affected once your upper back can no longer pull you upright. So they go out very quickly next. So this hits from my upper, and it goes all the way down to just above my gluteus maximus, and does a fantastic job of, you know, lifting these up and then distributing across my, you know, hips and waistline so that it sits nicely. But yeah. Yeah, no, they are actually wildly helpful, and I like doing a Victorian style corset. The Mantua style ones, the wasp waisted ones, they hit like much further down and cut in a lot deeper. I like a Victorian style corset. I find that it holds me a lot better, so yeah. Well, it's a new old corset, funny enough. So it's one of my older corsets. I'm doing a couple of quick modifications to upgrade and update. Don't worry, I am wearing safety shorts under. But yeah. Right? Victorians had a good amount of style. Victorians had a really good amount of style. Not always the brightest about sanitation, but they had a really, really good style. And Queen Victoria loved her husband. Absolutely adored her husband. And in fact, that particular piercing was named after him. 'Cause that's how you would get your junk out of the way if you did a lot of horse riding and you didn't want to sit on Jim and the twins. She loved that man. She hated her kids. Oh, she hated her kids. But she loved making every last one of them. They had a lot of children. They had a lot of children. And then she mourned for the rest of her life when he passed away. But yeah. Yeah. I know too much about too much. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like she even said it. She even said it herself. She despised those kids. She could not stand being around them. She did not like the noises that they made, the way that they smelled, nothing about it. Like, honestly, I think if she had had the choice, she would have been child-free for their entire marriage. But, you know, she's like, well, don't have much choice with this, so guess we're having another one. But yeah. I swear. And then, of course, everybody copied her style. Like, she's the reason that we have white wedding dresses, but also why we associate Victorian England with nothing but, like, black. You know, black dresses and, you know, mourning attire and all that kind of stuff. Because she mourned for the rest of her life after Prince Albert unalived. She wore a lot of black, didn't change out of that. She just mourned for the rest of her life, did not ever get remarried, the whole nine. But she is also the reason, that we have fucking white wedding dresses. White wedding dresses had nothing to do with purity culture. None whatsoever. Before her, wedding dresses could come in a variety of colors. White was a status symbol because white is a very difficult color to maintain in its pure form, because back then everything was kind of dirty, a little bit greasy, a little bit grimy, a little bit especially with the frickin' Industrial Revolution going on. There was soot in the air. It was very difficult to keep white clean. So to have a white wedding dress with white lace and all the frippery and accoutrement, that was a status symbol thing more than anything else. It had nothing to do with purity. Purity culture came in later on and jacked that style and came up with that absolutely asinine, oh, it's traditional, if you're a virgin, if you're a virgin, if you're a virgin. You gave us the most boring ass wedding dresses possible. If you're a virgin. Have you seen the fucking wedding dresses from around the world? They're breathtaking. We are talking beaded to the gods. We are talking seafoam greens, reds, yellows, opulent colors, weavings, like just take your breath away for how gorgeous they were. Mm-hmm. Oh, they were sumptuous. Look up Russian wedding dresses. Catherine the Great's wedding dress. Just, oh, you want to talk about just holy hell. You looked at it and you were like, that was a shit ton of work. Shit ton of work. I myself would probably go with a black wedding dress. Something that is high cut at the front, that I can wear very stompy boots with. One hell of a train. Probably beaded with red, blue, and silver. I think the contrast of red, blue, and silver, like red and blue stoning, silver embroidery, I think that would work really, really nicely. Ain't no way in hell that I am going to wear white. Why would I wear white? White is such a boring color. For me, I just, no thank you. But B, have you seen my skin color? Up against a little bit of white, they start to kind of blend together. The more white that I wear, the more I just kind of look ghostly. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Hells yes. Ooh, have you ever seen Nigerian weddings? Or African weddings? That is a competition right there. That is a competition. They go in brightly dressed, beautifully dressed, opulent patterns, gorgeousness, just gorgeousness. And the bride is like still even more so like decked out to the nines. But oh my god, the stuff that they do is so fantastic. Oh, Indian weddings, their jewelry, the nose ring, the golden beading, the henna. Oh, I love that stuff. It's so pretty. It's so absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you, darling. Right? Like, honestly, European weddings are ridiculously boring compared to so many other cultures, because they go hard on the amazing jewelry, the really cool skin dyeing, painting, the changing of the overall look. Even the wedding makeups are wildly different, but just like the beadwork, the vibrant colors and patterns and fabrics, and just so many other amazing things that they do, all different variety for their wedding, because it's a celebration, and it's supposed to be a celebration. I ain't seen nothing more somber than a European inspired wedding. We've got white, everybody's in their best church clothing, and we're just gonna sit here quietly as wav, woo wav. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to wed this man and this woman in holy matrimony. I'm like, oh no. No. Dude, I'm enjoying watching, like, certain cultures. Like, I think it's Nigerian and Guyanese weddings are two of the ones that I've been seeing, where they keep the face very neutral, while their husband literally showers them in money, and they don't smile until they have been very well paid. And I'm like, bravo, fucking va. I'm like, I might not mind that. I honestly might not mind that. Just saying. Yep, and the husband's family, like, they make sure that the bride knows you're going to be well taken care of. Well paid for, well provided for. Which is why I have to laugh at passport bros. Because passport bros go to these other countries that they think the women are going to be super docile and subservient in, because they don't want to have to deal with American gold diggers. Bitch, what gold? You don't even hardly have brass to dig, let alone gold. You got, like, what, a 3-year-old Xbox and a coupon for some corn nuts? You smell like stale chips and failure? Like, what gold? What gold? And then they go over to places like, Russia, Czechoslovakia, the Czech Republic. Like, they go places where Men are expected to pay for everything and provide for everything. And women understand that that particular arrangement they have is very transactional. So they have learned how to haggle those transactions. The fact that the passport bros roll in with barely $100 in their pocket, like tourist money. Like they've got tourist money. They don't have businessman money. They have tourist money. And they're like, oh, I'm gonna get me a bride over here. I'm gonna get me a bride over here. And all the girls are going, but why have you come? You have no money. Where's my furs? You're not paying for my nails, for my hair, for my makeup. You're not buying me, you're not buying me Fiachi. The underwear, no, you don't pay for anything. Why are you here? You don't provide. Why are you here? I'm like, shit. And they're right. Especially according to their culture. And I'm like, the fact that these dudes can't put it together in their head that culture is very different and that you need to meet certain expectations. Like, they just keep shopping around trying to find brides, and a lot of places are getting real sick of passport bros. The amount of stories I've heard about passport bros either getting knocked out, rolled for all their cash, or worse yet, because the locals are really tired of them coming in and being abusive to the women in the area. It's like, yeah, right. Thank you, Dad. Like, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying. The girls are girling where they should be. I am securely in there. So yeah. Tell me I'm wrong, Playful. I believe Colombia was one of the major hotspots that they kept trying to go to and abscond with people as passport bros, and like the locals got so fucking sick of it, they went, you know what, Chad? You know what, Jimothy? You know what, Earl? No. And when they would try some shit, they would get their asses handed to them. Just absolutely beat senseless. Why is it always there's that one dude? There's always that one dude named Earl, and you're like, you're going to jail. You're just gonna go to jail, aren't you? No. 2 weeks later, Earl's been in jail for like the last week and a half, but couldn't remember anybody's phone number, so fuck him. Oh yeah, Brazil, I find it hilarious that they would try and show up in, because the women of Brazil, gorgeous, but vapid in a lot of ways, but I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I mean, they are very concerned about their looks. So, hey, how you doing, Nancy? But like, yeah, they are very particular about their looks, and yet you have these guys walking in looking like a Lego thumb, demanding that they get the prettiest girl. And it's like, between your snaggled tooth looking like the toenail broke off sideways, the funk rolling off your breath mimicking that of toe jam, your eyes being so close together that you can practically see into your own soul, and yet you somehow still look away. Like, nah, dude. Nah. And the whole reason they go to Thailand is so concerning. So incredibly concerning. But at least more and more Thai people are also getting fed up with their passport bro selves coming on in. Hey. They're like, no. And like, authorities are now cracking down on them a little bit more. Not to the highest degree. I really wish it would be to a higher degree. But They are cracking down on them. I think a lot of the world is starting to get a little fed up with Americans on a certain level. And I don't quite blame them. Because it's definitely not all Americans, but the Americans who have the privilege to travel do tend to fit into a kind of particular stereotype at time. So again, it's not even all Americans who travel, but it's more than enough of us to have gotten a reputation for certain places. So yeah. Just saying. Hello everyone. How do we do? I'm gonna take a quick bio break. That is 1,000% correct. That is 1,000% correct. Passport bros, even if they don't necessarily start out deep into that pipeline kind of mindset, they're looking for somebody who is naive and controllable. It's a reason I have some issues with the most popular search engine results. And the fact that they tell each other where to go so that they can find those who are most in poverty and most easy to victimize, and who seem the most naive, the most manipulatable, what's the word I'm looking for? The most easily manipulated. We'll just go with that wording. But yeah, it's just like, ew, dude, ew. Oh, this? So this dress is from Shein, and this corset is made by me. Right? Is it not gorgeous? Is it not gorgeous? And it holds beautifully. It feels really comfortable. It's not quite as deep in at the rib cage, but it still has a good hold to it. And I'm quite happy with it. It is very, very comfortable. And even sitting down, I was like, oh wait, didn't I have a problem with this? Even sitting down, this is actually not a problem for me. So, and it hits correctly just above those glutes. Cause yeah, my backside right there is just, it's there. It's just there. So if I have anything that really sits down on it, it doesn't feel comfortable. I have to get above it, so. Oh yeah, they would absolutely help the back. Because what it does is it lifts, I've got large tracts of land, it lifts everything and then redistributes the weight down onto the hip and waistline. So you end up carrying all the weight way down here, which is way more easy and comfortable. And yeah, it takes a lot of the pressure off of like the upper back. Hence the reason you will see me like bend and then like pull shoulders back and actually be able to pop all of the vertebrae in the upper back. So much easier. So much easier. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is. It absolutely is. 1,000% is. So I'm gonna put you up just a touch. I'm gonna probably go and wander off shortly, see if I can get a little bit of, let's see. There we go. Okay, give me half a second. I'm gonna go take a quick bio break. I will be right back, my dears. Don't go too far. I'm gonna face you that way because I think we're gonna make a little coffee next. And I'll be right back. Oh yeah, don't worry. I sometimes do black dresses, but I really wanted to do blue today. So you usually have black, red, blue. I even have a purple one. Like, I like a good, deep, jewel tone. Ooh, I wonder if I could make myself an eggnog latte. That actually sounds kind of good right about now. You can use waist trainers. Those will often help and let you kind of know if your body likes the pressure and whatnot. But yeah, waist trainers, the elastic ones are also very, very helpful. So, or the shapewear that comes like all the way up and covers, that will give you a little bit more strength, a little bit more reinforcement on your muscles and whatnot if you want to do that and train your way into a corset. Now, where did I... So where did I put... Oh! I have moments where I put things where they're not supposed to, and it happens because I'm fucking moving everything around. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Yes, I love those. Those are like a weightlifter's belt. Those are truly fantastic for giving you actual support. Weightlifters' belts tend to be like solid leather for the most part. I swear by like the elastic ones if you're either training into having something that's going to be holding your body with some firmness, or you just need something a little bit more gentle, a little bit more flexible. I have gotten used to not being able to hinge at the rib cage in one of these, but if you still need to be functional, elastic is the way to go, because that will still give you a lot of mobility. Now let's see. Hello, 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 darlings. How do we do today? A little bit of mesquite honey. Come on in, darlings. I forgot I had fangs in. Put the meat in and went, oh, I can't chew with the front of my mouth. Because that would end poorly. I'm pretty, damn it. And sometimes that is all I am. Oh, eggnog, eggnog, eggnog. Hello, darlings. Oh, that is salty. But I liked it. I don't usually put all that much salt in my food, but apparently salted meats is where it's at. Okay. Trying to warm up the eggnog just a touch. I know, handhold. Get it in there. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Good. Thank you, by the way, for this. I appreciate that. I appreciate everything y'all have been doing, honestly. It's been a lot of stuff going on. But yeah. Hello, hello. Oh, I just love how well this holds. Waiting for my coffee. Also standing really nice and next to the radiator where it's warm. Hello. Hello. How's everybody doing? I know some of y'all have questions. Feel free to ask them. You know, be polite, be civil, be respectable. Do not be surprised if I have a little bit of sass. I have to be mindful of how I chew the meat. I don't want to pop a fang. So what are y'all up to for the holiday season? Oh, yeah. Blue dress by Sheen. Blue corset by myself. Yes, I have the skills to make. Thank you. It is quite a lovely pairing. They're not exactly the same blue, but they complement each other well, and apparently the blue works with me quite lovingly, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad. That is hot. That is hot. Eggnog, a little bit of honey, coffee. It's nice. It's festive. The eggnog portion of it could be a little bit stronger, but I'm okay with it. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. I let them air dry. I didn't put in too much product or anything today. I think I might do bigger curls the next time around for the overall. I want to add a little bit more drama to the face, but overall I am liking the character development, and now I just have to practice my southern accent. Thank you, darling. Aren't you just sweet as sugar for saying that? Well, it's funny enough, I hand tacked. So I did blue bias tape, and then I just did a hand tack for the lace. And then added on this lace strap because with the sweetheart neckline, and I forgot to put extra boning right there, this is going to want to roll forward. But with the strap there in the way, I don't have to worry about falling out, because these are large and they are natural, so they have a lot of give to them. And I like them to be front and center, but I also like to make sure that they're not gonna try and escape like a couple of rowdy heifers. Oh, I love a good stabilizer. I love a good stabilizer. Hell yeah. Solvay? That stuff is amazing. Like, Solvay, it keeps you from getting those weird puckers. It holds everything nice and stable so that you can actually get it to do what you want it to do on your sewing machine. So, Solvay is fantastic stuff. I highly suggest it. It does. Just give it a good, thorough dunk, and then take like a toothbrush and just kind of scrub along that seam line, and you'll get most of it out. You will honestly get most of it out. It is... I love it. That, and like, it comes in these big like sheets. Just cut out like a strip that's a couple, like 2 inches wide or something like that. Cut out a strip that's about 2 inches wide, then pin everything along that strip. It makes it so much easier, and you don't lose nearly as much. Thank you, darling. Lip colored called Matte Royale by MAC, and then I added a little LA holographic lip gloss over it. Straightforward, simple. Also, I added a layer of Solo Giovanni afterwards. I should have probably done the Solo Giovanni first, but yeah. I'm like, yeah, I want something that has a little bit of a contrast. It doesn't have to match this directly. And yeah, so far so good. Sorry, I made an eggnog latte. About a half a cup of Trader Joe's eggnog. About 8 ounces worth of good black coffee, and a bit of mesquite honey. Quite nice, quite nice. Well, thank you. Aren't you just sweet as sugar for that? Pardon as I am slowly shaping my nails. Over time, they will form more and more of a point until I've got those nice little claws. Okay, I'm probably gonna head off. I got a few things that I'd like to do. I will probably be back tomorrow. Of course, I will have cards with me, and I believe today is the full moon, so tomorrow we should be out of Mercury retrograde, so even more clear readings than usual. But I have a little bit of content that I would like to film, so I'm gonna go do that real quick, and hopefully I will get to see you all tomorrow. If nothing else, I'll try and get a few things marked down on the calendar. If you see my stuff roll across your feed, by all means, feel free to comment on it. Ask Inna or any of the other personas questions. By all means, we can have some fun with that. I love being able to make commentary back at something. The banter is the point. But also, share, like, love, all those kind of good things. And I appreciate you all so very much. So have a lovely evening.